What we hear a lot about is digital currency, and Bitcoin is usually what comes to mind, and that's probably appropriate. It's the most prevalent of the different digital currencies that exist today. So our professional approach to digital currency right now, and these things can change, as I just said, environments change, but our professional approach to it is that there is too many cons to consider a digital currency as a major part of a portfolio design. Now, that's the fancy way of saying if you want to dabble in digital currency, I mean, why not? Go for it. You're dabbling. You know that there are some serious cons to the equation, but at the same time, a lot of people are getting on board, and there could be upside there that you could get a little bit of a profit. But when I talk with folks, the things that I want to make sure that they're aware of when it comes to digital currency is that the main draw of something like Bitcoin is that there is a finite amount of it. There's a point where there won't be more Bitcoin created. Mined is the proper term. And when that happens, that's the amount of Bitcoin that exists. And so it's lauded as a finite commodity that would be a great hedge against inflation. Well, the problem with that is that while there is planned to be a finite amount of Bitcoin, there is an infinite amount of other potential digital currencies. So I might not be able to get a hold of a Bitcoin, but there's a lot of other competing digital currencies that, as time goes on, they're going to they're going to have their moment in the sun as well. And so that idea that it's rare is a very tough one for me to espouse. For folks that are more traditional minded and they think of gold as that hedge against inflation, I think that is still where we are as a shop. We're a very conservative money management shop. We still think that if the portfolio requires that kind of hedge, we would prefer to use gold as the form. And even then, we're not doing anything. 50% of the portfolio is gold. And I hope that anyone listening doesn't think that I'm giving specific advice, but just philosophically speaking, we lean toward gold as a useful commodity to hedge against inflation. And we're still really intrigued by Bitcoin and how people are using it. And I think when you would see a shop like mine using Bitcoin or investing in it, it would be because a country's government has put some real serious backing to it, or that there's regulation that makes it a lot more predictable.